Hello, Rudeness. How are you?
I'm doing a little better today.
You did it. You almost motorboated me. You came.
Yeah, oh, wow. I didn't know that's what I was being invited to do.
Come on to Mama. Rudeness.
Oh.
Gladly.
Oh.
Gladly.
Ew. Listen.
Back or chest?
Listen. Oh, by the way, where's give me 13. This may be because I had a lot of disgusting tweets about some disgusting disease that you get. You can't say that word, but in between the
perineum.
the place where the right. Oh, you can say that word. Yes,
You can say perineum.
Right.
Yeah.
There's some disgusting
But
disease that
it
attacks
ain't that, and it ain't
the other thing.
Yeah.
Right. It's something else entirely.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
You don't want it to become tainted.
Okay. My point is, I was thinking that that's something we could name after Geraldo, after he said this.
I think I had an idea,
Uh-huh.
when with the world so divided and everybody, telling him he's got to give up and time to leave and time to transition and all the rest of it. Why not name the vaccine the Trump? Make it like, have you gotten your Trump yet? No, it would be a nice gesture to him. And years from now, it would become just a kind of a generic name. Have you got your Trump yet? Oh, yeah, I got my Trump. I'm fine. I wish we could honor him in that way because he is definitely the prime architect of this Operation Warp Speed. And but for him, we'd still be waiting, into the grim winter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I have a gesture. I have a nice gesture for Trump.
Yeah,
he remains number one and always will to me.
I actually liked Andy Richter's tweet, which said, "Can we name the vaccine for malaria mosquito?"
Thank you by the person that caused it. Thank you. That's funny. Yeah, to honor him because that's what I'm most thinking of. How do we honor this traitor that is currently ripping our democracy apart?
Yeah,
with the vaccine that he has nothing to do with. Okay. Anyway.
Barack Obama, since his administration is the one that funded the effort to create this new RNA-based kind of vaccine,
right?
Which is the reason why they were able to do it so quickly because of everything that Obama had set up before.
Oh, the black guy did it. Yikes! That's not going to get to him. Do you think?
Oh, boy.
Bink. Yeah, I don't. How? You know what? My Geraldo's itchy. Do you have any preparation H or something?
As long as you don't get necrotizing fasciitis, which is
what it is?
Yeah.
And you're near your.
Yes.
Okay, you made the same point we did on Twitter. You said all of Trump's Roy Cohns, Giuliani, Jenna Ellis, Sidney Powell, Barr should suffer the same professional fate as that evil and should be disbarred. Using the law as a weapon to try to tear up the Constitution and prop up a president deserves nothing less. I agree. If these aren't frivolous lawsuits, Rude, what are? What would you consider frivolous lawsuits? I mean, this is.
Yeah, and is it Representative Bill Pascrell who is now actually bringing them up to, has referred them to the bars of 5 states?
Yeah,
saying they have violated the code of conduct for lawyers.
Yeah,
which is hilarious. Just that there is a code of conduct for lawyers.
Right. But I don't. Okay, I was. So I can have my conspiracy music. It just really is hard to. But when you're too crazy for Giuliani, right, Rude? I mean, this is so. Sidney Powell's claim has involved election rigging involving Dominion voting machines, Venezuela, Hugo Chavez. She appeared on Newsmax. That was right over the weekend, continuing to claim she has evidence that will blow this whole thing wide open. Again, going after Tucker Carlson. Fight, big bag of rats, fight. Who said he asked Powell for evidence and was rejected. She continued pushing a claim about the Dominion machine, says she has thousands of people. Thousands of people are probably complicit in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. She went on to say that Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, a Republican, certifying the state's results is a total farce and claimed Georgia's probably going to be the first state I'm going to blow up. When asked if she's really accusing an ally of the president of being involved in the conspiracy to defeat the president, she said, we certainly have been told there's evidence of that. Brian Kemp's involvement in the... Okay. Minutes later, she suggested Bernie Sanders is also part of the conspiracy. Trump's Pennsylvania team was rejected. It was bitch slapped, actually, Saturday night by the Pennsylvania judge. When Jenna Ellis was mocked over it by Frank Luntz, she responded by saying he has a micro penis. Okay, so that's the big bag of rats update.
Yeah. So can you imagine what must have been going through that poor Newsmax anchor's head as he tried to figure out, okay, wait a second, I've got the president's attorney who's criticizing a Republican who is so in the bag for Trump that and is so corrupt that he probably stole his own election.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with this?
By the way, check your registration in Georgia. I hear they're up to, of course, more and trying to throw people off the rolls. So check and recheck your registration in Georgia, because they are frantic now, Rude, right, to keep the Senate. And this is, I have to say, this is amazing how they're undermining each other right before this runoff, right?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's so great. I mean, you know, the fact that that's a lot of people are giving up. I actually went on Parlay last week, and that's one of the things that's going on there is this whole discussion about, you know, well, should we even bother to vote if we think the election's just going to be stolen anyway?
Yes, Republicans, you are correct. Don't vote. Don't.
Why bother?
No. Don't. Yeah. Okay. Travis, was this story lost in all the Giuliani shoe polish? In recent week, FBI agents in New York contacted witnesses and asked new questions about Giuliani's efforts in Ukraine and possible connections to Russian intelligence. The FBI investigators, who've spoken to at least one witness previously, months ago, asked new questions recently about possible origins of emails and documents related to Hunter Biden. So Rudy Giuliani is actively under investigation for. So it's weird how all the people that need a pardon are the ones that are most kind of attached to this dead end cause of keeping Trump in power. It's weird.
So you're thinking they're just doing it now to please him for the pardon? So is that your conspiracy theory that the only reason Rudy Giuliani would actually do this?
But I mean, it is kind of beautiful to watch a con man get conned by another con man, like a grifter get grifted by another. Because you're like, really? You're paying Rudy Giuliani $20,000 a day for this? Because so Giuliani's conning the master con men. It's all fantastic, don't you think?
And the fact that it's sort of like, you know, the anti-Sting, where everybody's going to fail instead of somebody actually coming out on top.
Oh, that's my favorite. Rudy, do you hear that music? Oh, almost time for the Sting. You know, Trump will do, right, when Giuliani fails, he'll just be like, yeah, fine, go ahead, arrest him. Right? Don't they ever learn that, Sidney Powell, they always turn on you. They always turn on you. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And Giuliani's just like, he's selling, I mean, he's the total final grift of Trump, right? Oh, yeah, it's totally winnable. You got a good case. It's absolutely $20,000 a day, and it's surreptitious right now, our strategy, but it's going to ultimately be successful.
It really doesn't work as well unless you've got, like, you know, the streams of hair dye going down. It just doesn't. Because there's something so perfect and beautiful about that.
Oh, hang on, we have breaking news as we're speaking. Exiled Trump lawyer Sidney Powell vows epic lawsuit to stop America from being stolen by communists.
Yeah, because you see, what the right is saying now. What the crazies on the right are saying now is that Sidney Powell never was Trump's attorney. She is the American people's attorney,
and
she is representing.
So the Kraken, she's from the law firm of Kraken and Kraken.
Right, right, and you don't want to see her Kraken.
No,
so there's. You don't want that.
I don't know, Stephanie. Do you?
Sidney Powell's she's a great big girl, as Buffalo Bill would say.
Yeah, great big girl.
Yeah. I said she looks like what you get if Phyllis Schlafly had sex with Olaf from Frozen.
All I know is that it is probably presently putting the lotion on its arms, or it gets the hose again. Okay.
But, you know, she has a website up now where you can donate. You can write checks directly to her.
Oh, can you?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
That's on her fundraising, her legal defense fund website.
How convenient. So, yes, top advisors to Trump are putting as much distance as they can between themselves and Giuliani as he continues to flail, trying to prove election fraud. Bill Stepien and Jay Suckylow. Wow, when you are too sucky for Jay Suckylow.
Yeah.
Because they want nothing to do with what one Trump aide called a show. Trump appears to have enjoyed Giuliani's press conference. Oh, so that's where his current level of judgment is. He's like, good TV with the hair dye. One exasperated senior Trump official described, said that those outside Giuliani's team are being forced to remain silent about the lawyer's shenanigans, telling the Beast, Daily Beast, it appears that none of us are allowed to say publicly that was one of the weirdest things we've ever witnessed. Okay. They also, Trump aide described Giuliani's attempt to overturn the election with the accusation of fraud as a pile of garbage. Okay. Rune, what's your prediction this morning as to where this goes exactly? They're just not gonna...
there's a chance that things might go, to use your word, cattywampus in Michigan. They're talking about the two Republicans on the state canvassing board possibly voting not to affirm the vote, certify the vote there.
Yeah.
And then, things go a little crazy. But chances are what's going to happen is, Pennsylvania is going to be certified today. Mm-hmm. And then, Michigan will get settled quickly and we're done. We're done. Once those electors are chosen, there's nothing that Trump can do.
Yeah. Well, are you saying you don't trust the Republicans that flew here at Trump's command and then met with him and then drank Dom Perignon at Trump International all night long without masks?
No.
You don't trust them? You don't trust them to keip their word about following the normal process, huh?
Yeah. No. I don't feel as if you should. Their response was, if the president of the United States asks you to visit, you go and visit the president of the United States.
You go kiss the ring, yeah.
Yeah, but he's not president of the United States for much longer, so there's not even much you can get out of him. They're claiming that, they went and asked for more COVID relief funds, which makes me think, well, did Trump ask them for something in exchange? That seems to be his MO.
Aren't they going to be like the stupid gangsters? And what's the stupid movie where they go buy all the big flashy stuff? Right? Which it's like every gangster movie. Yeah, right. And then they go, what do you... Right, thank you, Sean. Explain to me.
Take that fur coat off.
Yes, take that fur coat off, you idiot. Right? They immediately go back to Michigan and buy giant fur coats and cars.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Or actually, there was a case just this weekend. They arrested a bunch of people for stealing money from COVID relief funds, and they went out and bought Lamborghinis.
Yes.
Which is
what? That's particularly funny to small businesses like me that couldn't get a loan and almost went under, except for my listeners and Patreon. And somebody took it and bought a Lamborghini. It's so super funny.
Because nobody would wonder why somebody that runs a check cashing joint all of a sudden has a Lamborghini.
Right. Just Sean, you're a film historian.
Sure.
Okay. What do you call it? Carlos isn't here till Wednesday. Is it De Niro?
Yes.
Okay, and then he says what? He goes off on who and what happens?
One of the guys, they did a big bank heist and they roll up in a new car and his wife has a fur coat and he's like, no, it's being too obvious.
Lorraine Bracco that has the new coat?
It's somebody else.
Oh. Well, what did De Niro sound like when he said it? Like, what did he say?
Oh my gosh!
Don't ask him to do impressions.
I don't know.
Does he do a De Niro? Now I want to hear his De Niro.
Really? Lose the fur coat.
Tune in Wednesday.
All right, fine. Okay. Carlos will do that. We'll do the Michigan Republicans that roll up in a fur coat.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yes.
Look at how light we are.
I know.
Look at how having hope actually, changes our dispositions.
No, people said they loved Sexy Liberal. Like, now that we know we won, you can relax and enjoy it and laugh because, some of this has really not been funny. It's been terrifying. It's funny and terrifying at the same time. But I don't mean to get all whatever. It's not my psychic. But I do kind of feel like this was over starting Friday. It's just we realized we're never going to have an end point where he says, okay, you're right, I concede. He's not going to do that. But I think pretty much Friday, his options ran aground, right? Like you said, it's all kind of, after that, right after the what do you call it? I think, we'll see what happens in Michigan.
But Michigan and Pennsylvania today, it's over. It is just, it doesn't matter if any of the other states they're contesting decides to try to overturn their election, it won't matter. Biden will have 270.
Right. Did you see the story about the Republican, the Trump campaign being douchebags in Wisconsin? They're they're just trying to obstruct the recount. They're just like, no, you can't count those because those are folded. And
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is where we are.
Where went the charm of the Brooks Brothers rioters?
Yeah.
You're right.
That actually put their bodies on the line.
They used to be more elegant about election stealing, Rude.
Yes,
really.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. All right. Well, love you, and good luck with that area, the perineum.
Oh, sure. I'll put the Kraken back in, and save it for next week.
Okay.
And happy Thanksgiving.
We're so thankful for you.
Yeah.